I know that my husband is cheating on me. I need to tell someone. I, 40F, found that out about 6 months ago. I went into a total shock. I thought he, 39M, loved me because he tells me that every day. We have a beautiful family together. 3 beautiful children, 5, 4 and 16mo. Beautiful home. Vacation home. We are close to both our families and everything else is perfect. She, 35F, is a co-worker of my husband that I know very well. She has been in my home. I have comforted her when her husband cheated on her and left her for his new woman. I saw her pain. Little did I know that she would inflict that same pain on me a few months later. I saw her nudes on his phone. Talk about their hookups on Messenger. She isn't even beautiful. She is disgusting, pathetic and miserable. I know I'm being a disgusting misandrist here, but I can't help myself. What does she have that I don't? He disgusts me very much. He is pathetic and stupid. My respect for him is gone. I have chosen to pretend that I don't know. I love my life and I'll be damned if I share my children and not be able to see them every day of their lives. Not him nor her deserve me separating from my babies, my home, my family, my comfortable life and my safety. Sometimes I think he knows that I know. When he looks at me and asks me to come back to him. When he asks where I'm in my thoughts. It feels like your body is here but your mind is 1,000 miles away. I don't answer him. He starts to argue. Sometimes it feels like he is doing it to provoke a reaction out of me, but I never answer or engage until he gets tired and leaves me alone. I never initiate anything with him, and when he has me, I just let him, and I refuse to let him pleasure me. In the beginning he complained that I am distant and cold and that I want him to use protection. I told him I stopped using BC, so he has to wear protection. His complaining stopped when I told him that it's either this or nothing. 6 months later, I am mostly at peace with my life. Still a lot of ups and downs, but the downs are getting fewer and further apart. Today was a down, so I needed to vent. The part of my heart and thoughts that were occupied with my husband were suddenly empty, and I have found out that I'm pretty good at filling the void with other things, new hobbies, and even more quality time with my babies and loved ones. All is well. Update. Hi everyone. I didn't expect that I needed to make an update about my post because I really only ever wanted to vent because nobody knows my situation and I need an outlet. Sorry about that, by the way. I have some news anyway, and mostly they're based on your comments about me needing to protect my ass in case my husband got bored and left me. I have never been worried before because I basically own half of everything legally speaking, but I started to think of worst case scenario situations. Anyway, Friday, my husband had made me dinner and brought me flowers and chocolate. He said he wanted to make it a night for the two of us because he felt that we were pulling apart. Kids were sleeping and he wanted me, and then got upset because it wasn't how he imagined the evening would go and accused me of not loving him or our family anymore. I got really angry when accused me of not loving my family when they're all I have left to give me love and hope. I snapped at him that I didn't feel safe with him anymore, and he full well knew why I had become this way. You know the reason why. He was shocked and looked at me without saying anything and then just sat silent on his end of the sofa for the rest of the evening. Before bed he asked me to tell him how I would feel safe again and to tell him what I wanted him to do. He went to bed. I stayed up all night and made a list of demands. 1. I want a post-nuptial agreement where I get my house and my summer house. 2. I become a partner at his companies at 50%. I don't know how these things work since I won't be buying in, but this is for him to fix. I'm not interested in management, just that I have my half and the passive income. 3. I want him to get a vasectomy. We were planning 4 children before all this, but I don't want that anymore, so he should have a vasectomy. 4. I want him to always wear condoms with me or never bother to touch me again. I will not even tolerate complaining about that part. Also, I want biannual ST tests. This morning I sent him a text with these demands. I know it is silly to send someone you live with a text, but I didn't want to fumble with my words and forget details. I didn't want him to see me cry or being visibly emotional. I just couldn't take him trying to console me. Just the thought of him feeling sorry for me makes me sick, but also I didn't want to forget anything and I wanted it to be in writing. He read it on the breakfast table and he didn't say anything. We continued the day as normal, and when the children were in bed we had our dinner and he said, "About your demands, I agree." I told him to start on Monday with realizing my list. He agreed. So I guess since many of you asked me to take measurements and have a backup plan, this is what I could come up with. And it did help. I woke up today a little bit less anxious. I don't know how long we can keep this up, but I hope until I feel safe to leave my babies in his care. Maybe when they're all in school.